Okay, so let's just straighten out what's going on with the string shapes so we don't get confused. You see the shared 5 here? So these aren't in fifths. Okay, these are in like ladder, ladder cage ladder things. So 3, 4, 5 shares that 5 with the A shape, C shares the 5 with the A shape, A shares the 6 with the G shape, G shares the 7 root with the E shape, and E shares the 2 with the D shape, and D shares the 3, 4 with the C shape. But in fifths, you just skip, so it spells cage, C-A-G-E-D. In fifths, you skip every other shape, and this is how the string shapes go when they're stacking on top of one another. If we're going to count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. You get it? It's every other one when they stack up on the fretboard. So 3, 4, 5 here, C string shape, skip the A word, the A letter, and go to the G string shape, 6, 7 root. Okay, then we skip the E and we go to the D string shape, 2, 3, 4. Then we skip the C again and we go to string shape 5A. 5, 6 is A. Skip the G string shape and we go to the E string shape, 7 root 2. Okay, which is the fifth of the A. So they're going up in fifths. The augmented fifth of the E string shape skipping the D string shape is the C string shape. So in fifths, fifth of C is G, fifth of G is D, fifth of G is A, fifth of A is E, and then the augmented fifth of E is C again. Okay, so that's how the string shapes work. So this is going to be the last segment. So we're obviously going to have our lessons focusing on this chart and charts like it. So remember we're talking about what was going on over here pentatonically. Now we have to get off the root, because there's always the temptation to want to play the root in the diatonic. But these are the pentatonic shapes as they play out. And notice there's shape isolation here. So C goes to E right here. This is the C shape here. The entire C shape is right here. And then the entire E shape is here. So we've got some isolation there. And A, similar A's like here, So we're not going to mix these guys up. You see these yellow notes here? Okay, we've got to zoom back in. These are the long pattern pentatonics for the C. Now C, you could do C, it doesn't matter. So remember, this is where your fret nut is. Here's where the C, the open C. Now of course I could just go for that pentatonic or the C or the diatonic. That's because C, you can do it. C is the only cage that you can do that. Any other cage that you go to, A, G, E, or D of the 5, you have to play the long pattern by the fret nut. Okay, so C's okay like that, and I did a long pattern for the C just for the fun of it. Let's look at that. So it's the same on the bottom, but now we're just going to run this long pattern on top. Oh, did a little diatonic there. How's that go now? See, I've got to get used to these myself. I'm used to it. It kind of looks like a pipe to me. 3 of them, and then that kind of looks like a pipe. I try to make shapes out of these things. So anyway, so that's what shape is, and it's fun. It's fun just to kind of zero in on it. Now over here in the E box, what we just did, we have to give a look at the other shape. Where would that E box be? Where would that E shape be? We just did the C here, right? So the a fourth all the way, it would be all the way up here. But guess what? A fourth up is a fifth down. So a fifth down from that C would be my E shape here. I can play that long E shape down here. I have a C here. All right, so it would be root 2, 3, and then going back for that. Sorry, it became a D shape. That always gets me. It became a D shape from the long E pattern. Why? Because in cage E goes to D. So that's in the Ionian. Now we've got to get past this Ionian. We could do the other four shapes, or we could advance. So let's advance to the fourth, because it's really more important to get a hold of it. It's going to be in the shapes, and the shapes are going to all be part of the S3XL. They're just going to be partials of that, and whatever the there, that E shape, they're going to be partials to that on the Ionian. Now we go to the fourth. So we got the fourth in the C shape here. I guess I know you like a lot of playing, and I like a lot of playing when I watch these two, but it's better to maybe talk about this. So this is the original. Up here we have the root shape that we're dealing with, and within that root shape we have the fourth. Okay, this is going to be the shape for the fourth in the long pattern. All right, so remember, from this S3C here, so this is the first pattern that we're looking at, that we're going to be substituting the fourth into it. So remember, we're looking at the S3C down here. I'm going to substitute the fourth into it. So we're going to go from that, instead of that E-shaped root pattern, pentatonic. That's that E. We go to the fourth of that, which is an A pattern. Like that. So since we're only got the 3 of those in that S4L, we're just going to do that. We're going to do the top 3 of that A pattern right there. So we skip the E part, and we go right into the 2 long ones after the S1C there. That's how that works. So that's that little substitution there. And then we have the S3AXL. So remember, we've got the pattern there. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the root diatonic. And we're going to play the fourth of that. Okay, so it's in the A shape. The fourth of it, we call it a D shape, but we really haven't seen how that's going to fit into that D yet. And the way that works is our we go to our over here. We look over here to our A-shaped pattern. So this was our A-shaped pattern, but the S3C, we just started from the C and we went up. Here we have the long pattern for the S3XL, the fourth of it now. Okay, so it's just a matter of substituting 5, 6, root 2, 4, 5, 6 now. Okay, and this is the pattern we're playing down here. So now the fourth becomes the relative root. You see how this works out nicely? So down here we're giving the fourth its relative root in this particular indication. We're at a time. Check the Facebook link down below of the URL put together, and I'll see you next time.